What's up everybody, my name is Phil and welcome to Miranda Detailing, where we make satisfying detailing videos. And welcome to another weekend wash. So in today's video we're going to wash our vehicle and test out some new products on it. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to wash our vehicle and we're going to be testing out some products. So I'm going to be using the P&S Bead Maker. I've already used this on quite a few of our customers' vehicles, and I gotta say I do like the product a lot. We're going to try it out in our own vehicle and test it throughout the weeks and check out the durability on it and see how long it lasts. So we're going to see how well it applies, how easy it is to apply, and we'll check out some other products as well. We have AM foam. So this is a wax-safe snow foam, and we're going to mix it up in our foam cannon, and I'm going to do it according to the directions here. So it says to put 100 milliliters in about a liter, so it's approximate here. So 100 milliliters is about 3.3 ounces or so, and a liter is about 33 ounces or so. So I'm going to go with this is a 32-ounce bottle, and I'm going to put about 3 ounces in here and see how well it foams, and we're going to wash our vehicle with that. So this is designed as a very strong pre-foam or pre-wash snow foam. Now it does say it's wax safe, so that's interesting. When we look at the product, I believe it's hard to tell with the black bottle, but it does look like it is pretty much clear, translucent. I guess we'll see when we pour it in here. Oh, it's blue. Look at that. So I do have a measuring cup with about 100 milliliters on the side here. And I think it's not quite 100 milliliters yet. That's about 100 milliliters. Yep. So you can see the 200 mark there, you can see the 100 mark there, and that's about it. So we're going to pour this in. And there we go. So this stuff really doesn't smell too great. Unlike the other AM products, they smell delicious. Even their wheel cleaner, their non-acid wheel cleaner, their dressing, their wheel wax, all that stuff smells really good. This stuff kind of stinks. But who knows? Maybe it's because of the type of chemicals that are in it, the type of mixture that's in here that I guess they are not going to add any type of scent to. So we're going to connect this and then wash our vehicle. So let's go take a look at our vehicle first. So in here in my trailer, I have my citrus washing gloss. So we're just going to switch out the bottle and put on the new one. But I haven't washed this thing in a while. It has some water spots back on it again. Wheels and tires are gross because it stormed here last night and my road has puddles of mud, not the band, but actual puddles of mud. Pretty gross. We got smudges and all sorts of gross stuff here. Yeah, the paint is pretty nasty. Everything is pretty nasty on it. And we're going to be cleaning up the interior as well because it's gross, and I don't think I've touched the interior in a while. Ew. I'm not even going to show you what's going on in there. Nope. It's basically just, you know, vacuuming, wiping down, stuff like that. Ugh. This is where I sit most of the time, so yeah, you can blame that on me. Yeah, you can blame that on me too. Oh yeah. Ooh. Chocolates. Oh, they're melted. Oh well. Gotta put that in the fridge. Yeah, it's really hot. So let's get to washing this. Oh, one more thing. Okay. So you see the cowl? It's really nice and dark and rich looking, right? Not dried out. Until you get over here. Now you can see it's dried out. And you can see a distinct line right there. I've been testing out some products. So doesn't look horrible, because I do put a lot of different dressings on here, so it's not completely dried out. But you can tell over here looks much better. So we'll check that out as we're washing. All right, so it's been a couple of minutes, and already you can see it's designed to pull off all the grime and kind of pre-clean before you get to contact washing. And it produced a lot of thick foam, a lot more than I thought. Nice. I'm just letting it dwell for a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to rinse it off. Okay, so we're going to rinse off, and then we'll probably just refoam it and wash it down with the same soap. So this is interesting. The smell changes a little bit when it's coming out of the foam cannon. It smells better now. Not great. Not like fruity or anything, but better. So the mitt I'm using is the Chemical Guys Bear Claw mitt. And I've actually used this mitt for quite a while. I just washed it and set it aside, and I switch out my mitts and wash them every week or so. But this mitt is great. I don't put my hand in the inside. I just think it's kind of cumbersome and annoying because I want to flip it. So this mitt is a awesome, nice, thick, fluffy mitt. Holds lots of soapy water. It's great. Now this soap isn't really designed to wash exactly like this. It's supposed to be just a pre-wash foam, but it's really nice and slick. And if it has good cleaning power, then why not? Now I'm going to wash all the way to the bottom with this because it actually cleaned off a lot of gunk in the bottom. And I did have some bugs up here, but not anymore. They weren't horrible, and they're not really stuck on. So I think they washed off pretty easy in the pre-foam stage. So let's rinse this. I'm going to show you how I do the wheels, like usual. So I'm just letting the foam do the cleaning. I didn't spray it with any degreaser or any all-purpose cleaner. Just going to see how well the soap itself cleans. Now you may notice in my videos that I like to foam up the wheel like this, or at least foam up the bucket. It'd be nice if I foamed up the wheel every single time like this, but I foam up the bucket. And it's just nice to kind of see the suds and the foam. I know a lot of guys say that foam isn't the biggest thing when you're washing or cleaning anything, but I like it because you can see that there's bubbles. It's obviously adding lubricity and cushion when you're cleaning. So that's really why I do it. It looks nice, but it's also just a good visual indicator as to where you have been cleaning, and it provides, you know, a little bit of cushion. All right, I'm gonna get all the other wheels done. Okay, so wash and rinse. Wheels are done. Looking great. Wheel wells are cleaned. Now as we see the paint, nice and squeaky clean. Very nice. I don't see any type of, residue that might be on here. It rinses really clean. And my vehicle just needs a little bit of protection, a little bit more. The top is still holding pretty strong though. It still has some of the Meguiar's synthetic hybrid ceramic wax hanging on here and there, but pretty dead here. So this would be a good panel to use the bead maker on. It seems to clean really, really well. So that's a plus. It's a nice soap to work with. All right, so I don't have a lot of this left. It's probably a few ounces left, maybe 2 ounces or so. I'm going to use it as a drying aid on the hood, and then I'm going to apply it dry on the trunk. I'm not going to go too crazy with applying it. I know they say that you want to apply a really heavy application at first, but I just think that's wasteful. I gotta say though, it is very, very slick. Whoa, that is nice. Once you flip it and you start to kind of hand polish away the residue, you can really feel a difference. Man, this stuff smells so good. Whoa. It is really, really slick stuff. Wow. All right, they weren't kidding. That is really nice. I'm just going to apply some to the panel here where there really wasn't any protection anymore. That is nice. Okay. Wow, that is really awesome. Okay. So we're going to be testing this, and we'll see in the next weekend wash. I don't know if it'll be a week or 2 weeks. We'll see. It might be 2 weeks actually, because I'm going to be busy next weekend with another ceramic coating job. So as far as gloss goes, I mean, it was already pretty glossy, and that's kind of subjective. What's glossy to one person may be extremely glossy to another, or not as glossy. So when it comes to that, I mean, you be the judge. It's super, super crisp and glossy right now, and just so smooth, so slick. Now, one more thing I want to show you. Remember the windshield cowl? Look at the nice beading on it. Until it gets to about here, and then it stops. So they're actually more like a a line under here that's kind of hard to see, but you can see over there it's not beading. Over here it is. Still looks really nice. I'll show you what I used in a moment on the trim. Yeah, see? And nice and beady over here. So I'm not going to use bead maker on the rest of the vehicle. I'm just going to dry it. But I am going to use it on the trunk here. But I'm going to do a dry application. So I'm just going to dry the panel for now and the rest of the car, and then we'll pull it in. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to vacuum all out the inside and clean the inside first, but I won't show you any of that for now. Maybe when I start to do some more shampooing or something in there, but I'm just going to give it a quick once over, and then we'll pull it in and do the dry application on the trunk. That way we'll test it. And I'll wipe it down before I put any of the bead maker on here. I'll strip it and then put the bead maker on there and let it cure, and then we'll see what it looks like in about 2 weeks. All right. Huh. Oh, that came from the windshield wiper. The car is pulled in. I know I backed it up. I usually don't back it up into here, but for today I'm going to do that because I'm going to work on the trunk. So we have our bead maker. I'm also going to use wheel wax for the wheels and kind of test the longevity of it. And now here we have, it's not Jihan tar, it's actually Rust-Oleum wax and tar remover that I put in here. I just like the size of the bottle. And this is what we're going to use to prep it. Then we're going to apply bead maker to the trunk lid here. And then we'll test it throughout the weeks. So let's get started prepping it and then look at the application. All right, so I have a clean micro and I'm going to spritz on the micro, but also generously on the panel and just gently kind of work it in. The stuff will evaporate on its own as well, but I'll kind of massage it into the paint, let it do its thing, and it'll start to evaporate a little bit. The nice thing about the Rust-Oleum product is it doesn't have a strong smell at all. It's very, very light, which is nice. So it's starting to evaporate. I'm going to help it along and continue wiping until everything is gone. You can kind of already see it evaporating. And it leaves a nice clean surface. And you just kind of help it along. And you can see that it really does start to evaporate pretty quickly. And then whatever's left, you can just kind of hand polish away. Now I'm sure this panel is pretty swirly. I'm sure of it. It's got some other deeper marks and defects in it, but I'm not worried about that. So yeah, it's got its fair share of defects, but this is nice. It leaves the paint nice and bare and clean with nothing on there at all. That's awesome. All right, let's take our second towel. We'll shake it up again, apply it onto the paint. Again, I'm not going to go crazy, but I am going to work it into the paint really well. To overdo it with the product is just, it's just overkill. There's enough on here, as you can see. There's plenty on here. It's covering the entire panel, and simply keep hand polishing it until it is completely gone. Work it into the paint. Might need to flip your towel a few times. Ooh, and then you feel, whoa, then you feel the slickness when it starts to kind of evaporate and leaves the paint nice and crisp. That is nice. Okay, you really do feel the difference. I mean, I can feel the difference on the towel especially. Hitting the paint and then hitting paint that really doesn't have much protection. This is very, very slick. And I always kind of check to see if it leaves any smearing or residue. Nothing. It's completely gone. Yeah, really, really nice. Okay. So, just for good measure, and because I have plenty of products to do this with, or enough product, I'm going to do a second application. Already it looks different while it applies on itself. And it seems to dry a little bit easier on the second application. Oh, that's so nice. Man, I would love to have this stuff on tap and just fill up all my bottles as I need with this stuff. It is such a pleasure to use. I know I'm late in the game with the bead maker review, but I don't know. I've just been doing other stuff. Whoa. Okay, that is super, super slick. That is awesome. All right. Yeah, that is so nice. Okay, now with this applied, we're going to leave it overnight. Today is Saturday, and we are going to test it tomorrow. I'll spray some water on it, let it cure, and see what it looks like when it beads. Man. Okay. I can't say enough about it. It's so nice. It's just so slick. It really is. And I didn't even clay bar it. I didn't polish it. I simply washed it and prepped it with the wax and tar remover, and that's it. You can definitely feel the difference here. It's a little grabbier. Oh, and that's slick. That is nice. Now, for some reason, I forgot to plug in my audio microphone, so I have no sound here, so I have to do a voiceover. So we're going to wax our wheels using the AM wheel wax and a soft microfiber pad. So pretty easy, everything is clean and dry, so I am applying to the face of the wheel, and then I kind of work it into the spokes and all of the little tight areas, and wait a couple of minutes, and then I'll wipe it off with a microfiber towel after it's sat there for just a few minutes. This stuff is a real pleasure to work with. It smells great. And here comes Mr. My Inspector telling me everything that I'm doing wrong. Let's see if he likes the smell of the product. That's a negative. So now it's had some time, and I wipe it off with a microfiber towel. Comes off easily with no problems at all. And it really does give a nice shine to your wheels. I have the brushed aluminum on the face, but I have that nice sparkly metallic on the inside of the spokes, and it really does make that metallic pop when it's out in the sun. So if you have painted wheels that are that nice metallic silver, it'll really bring out the metallic flake and make it pop. So it's had overnight to cure, and I'm just spritzing some water on it to see how it reacts. Definitely nice and beady. I'm going to just pour a little bit of water just to kind of see the sheeting action. And of course it sheets away. It's not super fast. But you can see it definitely sheets away really nice and clean. And the surface is still just super, super slick. So let's take a look at the trunk, because on the hood I applied it while it was wet as a drying aid, but on the trunk I applied it dry. Really nice. So I'm going to remove the trigger and just see its sheeting action. Sheets away really nice and clean. Leaves the panel completely dry. Really nice. So really nice tight beads. You can see the protection is definitely there. Get these really tight, fine beads. Really nice. Now, of course, when you're washing the car, you see these beads, you know it's protection. You know that you do have a good wax or sealant on here, but you never want to let beads like this just dry, because they will cause water spots. Whether you have good protection on your paint or not, even if you have a ceramic coating, if you let these beads dry on your car, especially from tap water, if it's distilled water or reverse osmosis, any of that would be fine because there's no more minerals in it. But if you're dealing with water from a hose or from your home, don't let that sit on your car. If it's from rain, well, you can't always help it because your car might be dirty and you don't want to just dry a dirty car if it has beads on it. So sometimes you can't help it. You will get some water spotting from rain, but water spotting can be removed. It just, especially if it's within a week or two, then you wash your vehicle. You might just have to re-wax it or do a light polish, and usually it'll take it out. Even a good shampoo will remove very, very light water spotting just from rain. It should be able to handle any of those deposits, and especially if you do have your car protected very well. So take a nice drying towel and simply dry the panel, just like I'm doing here. The car is nice and clean. Bead maker is applied. It's still very nice and slick. So after washing and rinsing your car, if all you have is this, just a little bit of beads here and there, not a problem. Very easy to dry your panel with a nice towel, and you're good to go. Really nice and slick. So we have these little tiny fine beads that when dried, completely gone. That's the benefit of having your paint waxed, protected, sealed, whatever it is, whatever protection you're using. Make sure that your paint is protected. And washing and drying will be so much easier. This, wow. The trunk lid is just so slick. It's crazy. It just feels so nice. So bead maker is a win. Love that stuff. Definitely gonna have to pick up more. So I know, I have a lot of stuff going on here. Now we're going to make a proper how-to video with the AM foam. I have a 5-gallon empty jug here that I'm going to try to utilize. I'm not sure if I'm going to fill it up with AM foam or if I'm going to fill it up with an all-purpose cleaner or citrus wash and gloss. I haven't decided yet. I need to actually get a spout for it because it actually goes like this, and I need a little spout here. I would like to attach this, put it in the trailer, but I'm not sure what product I use the most. It might be the all-purpose cleaner. I might put an all-purpose cleaner in here. That's probably what I'll do, but we'll see. That's yet to be determined. Now, you may notice I have some of these pads. These are from SPTA. Now, these pads are getting better and better. They're a low profile. I haven't even tested them out yet. I just got them in the other day. And I got a pack of them here, and I'll have links down below. I think all 5 of these were about 16 bucks. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty awesome. And I gotta say the quality of them, I mean, look at the backing. This is their heaviest compounding one. So I compare this to the orange Buff and Shine or the Lake Country orange pad. Actually, this one's pretty stiff too, but it's a little bit more open cell. This one is a little bit finer. Yes, that one's a little bit finer. This one is a little bit more coarse, just a little bit, but still pretty dense feeling. These ones are more like compounding, one-step polishing. This one starts to get a little softer. These ones are indistinguishable. They feel pretty much the same. Actually, no, I guess this one is a little bit more coarse than this one. These are fine. This is in the middle. And then this one's a little bit more dense than the yellow. And then the orange is, I think, their coarsest that they have. But you can tell it's pretty dense. So these are actually 5-inch or 5.5-inch pads. They should fit perfectly on my 5-inch backing plate. So I'll be reviewing these soon and using them. So I'll let you guys know when I do that. But these are very affordable. Check out the links down below. And I also have the little ones here from the same company. For some reason, their colors aren't exactly the same, but their green one here seems to be one of their most coarse and dense pads, but very nice quality. Really nice quality. So that's their little 3-inch pads here. Then I have the range going all the way down to 1-inch pads. And I have it for the rotary, which I'm not a big fan of rotaries, but if and when I do get the Rupes hybrid, then I'll have all the pads for it. And then you see a bunch of other pads in here. Other cheaper ones that I've purchased along the way. These foam orange ones are okay, but they're not the greatest, but I'll do some more reviews on those soon. And I also have some of these. So these I also purchased on eBay. This one was supposed to be their coarse one, but it ends up being very soft. This is their coarse one. It's super, super dense. Very coarse. This is very similar to the Rupes Blue pad, but again, really nice quality with this stiffer backing here with the low profile foam. Really nice. So we'll be testing these out as well. These are some great options. Guys, pads are expensive, right? So I don't want to be spending tons of money on pads. These pads I've had for many, many years. And I have even more in the trailer. But I spend my money wisely when it comes to pads, and I take care of them and clean them very, very well, so I keep reusing them. Because equipment and pads and products are expensive, right? Vehicle is done for the weekend. Now we are going to show you the bead maker in a couple of weeks, see what it looks like on both the hood and the trunk, and also keep an eye on the wheels because we used AM wheel wax and we also used AM dress on the tires. Of course, any dressing is going to wash away anyway, especially with rain and going through the puddles on our road. But these products here, Lithium, definitely give them a try. I have links down below where you can purchase this stuff. The same with any of the AMDetails products. I have links down below, so definitely check those products out. And I'll have links to Bead Maker. I know, this stuff is already all over the internet, all over YouTube. Tons of guys have used it, but I wanted to give you my thoughts on it. I've had it for a while. I've used it on customers' vehicles, and this stuff is a pleasure to work with. It is an awesome product. Now, I guess they would use this product as a maintenance product, so if your car is already clean, it's waxed or sealed, then this would be perfect to apply on top of that. And I guess it can be used on ceramic coatings as well. I think that's what it's designed to do, is to work on top of protection that's already on your vehicle. So it already has its own protection. It lasts, I guess, probably a couple of months, I would say, give or take. You know, protection, durability is subjective. It all depends on how it's maintained, the weather, chemicals on the road, all that stuff. So still, give this stuff a try and use it on your own vehicle. Use it for customers' vehicles. It is great stuff, and it's really affordable too. It's not an expensive product. I think it's pretty awesome. Man, that stuff smells good. So give P&S Bead Maker a try, unless you already have it and you're just watching this because you wanted to see what I thought of it. I know it's been a long time coming. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I use it on my own vehicle now, and I got to get some more. I'll probably get the gallon and then just fill up my little bottle here and keep on going. Now, with the trim serum, just to give you a little bit of info on this stuff, it is a thick, kind of silicone-based, I guess, product. And, like many other trim protectants that you're going to put on your tires or your rubber trim or your plastics, people are always trying to get products that last a long, long time. And not only last a long time, but also bring the black back to the faded plastics. Now, the plastics on my vehicle are not faded in any way because they're actually in good condition when I got the vehicle, and I try to take care of it as much as possible. But if your trim already looks good, if you have a brand new car or a newer car and the trim looks good, use this stuff anyway. Dress it up with this stuff and apply it every few months because it will keep your plastics looking nice and fresh, and you'll never have to worry about them fading ever because you're always applying a good product like this. This stuff will go a long, long ways. I've already used it on quite a few vehicles, and because of its viscosity, it spreads really nicely and it goes a long ways. Now, I only applied one coat to my windshield cowl. I'd probably suggest 2. Wipe it down with like an isopropyl alcohol or a tar and wax remover first. Make sure it's completely dry. Use a blower if you need to, or air compressor, and then apply this stuff with an applicator of your choice. Let it suck into the plastics and the rubber, and then you can lightly remove any excess with a towel and make sure it's not blotchy or anything like that. But it really doesn't do that anyway. It kind of absorbs into the plastic, and it just leaves that really nice, rich color to it. And then it beads water, which is awesome. So even after using the wash, I believe I've washed it twice with the serum on there, and it still is beading water. So it's lasted about a month, and that was just one coat. So I can definitely see it going a few months. If your car's garaged, definitely a few months. If it's outside, I don't know. You'll have to kind of be the judge of that. And Depends on how often you wash your car and where it sits, if it gets a lot of sun, and so on. Again, a lot of protection durability is subjective. It all depends on those many different factors. But these products are great. Definitely check them out and try them for yourself. Let me know what you think. If you use any of these products, let me know down below. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like it, share with others who may enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. That way you get notifications each time our videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. Now guys, as far as the apparel goes, the t-shirts, I'm having to switch some stuff up. I had to stop the Shopify store because they basically just want, they want $30 a month, and I just can't keep up with that because I don't really sell a lot of products on there. I basically just wanted to start some t-shirts and provide it for you guys. But I will have links down below to Teespring and a few other stores that don't charge the monthly fee, but they're still great. And I have mugs down there, I have the cord snaps, I have the t-shirts down there as well. So definitely check out the links down below if you want to pick up any of those items. So guys, that's it for this weekend wash. Stay tuned for the next ones to see the durability on Bead Maker and the wheel wax and the trim serum, and see how long this stuff is lasting in the real world. I have a black vehicle. It is garaged, but here in Virginia, the trees wreak havoc on cars here anyway. The pollen, the tree junk, all the stuff that comes from that. And it can definitely wreak havoc on your paint and glass and trim, leaving spots and all that stuff. So my car is already showing some of that because, I don't keep up on it like I should, because I'm out detailing other people's vehicles and keeping them looking as good as possible, but my own poor vehicle suffers. So I started this weekend wash so that I can kind of force myself to keep up on it at least every 2 weeks or so, and put some good products to keep it clean and protected. So look forward to the next videos. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great week. Take care.